Listen, here's what nobody tells new immigrants. The moment we start making little money, that's where we're most likely to fall back into the struggle. Stick with me while I show you some of the mistakes we make as new immigrants that hinder our progress. First of all, standing ovation for my hair. Just look at that. I feel like an African queen right now. My hair is threaded, yeah, and I decided to refunctionize it with this beautiful curl. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the crux of the matter. Once you're no longer broke, you start relaxing. You start to reward yourself. You buy the things you postponed. And before you know it, real opportunities slip through your fingers. This is the stage where most immigrants are stagnated for about 3 to 7 years or even more. Because small comfort is the biggest enemy of long-term freedom. Mistake number 1, lifestyle before stability. When you start earning, comfort is where your first temptation comes from. You start to fix your nails, impulse buying, you buy things you don't need because it's Black Friday. You order everything on your timeline, you start to eat out, Uber everywhere, you have the latest wigs. Oh my God, it's really the little things. But all these things eat your momentum. You really need a strict rule. Your lifestyle must not grow faster than your income. Mistake number 2, the wrong education trap. A whole lot of immigrants rush into college thinking it's a guaranteed path to a better life. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad to have a college degree in America or whatever country you live. But here's the truth nobody says loudly enough. If you study the wrong course, you don't just waste time. You buy debt that controls your life for years. Many people graduate with feel-good degrees that have low pay, low demand, and no real market value. Now you have loans to pay even before you start thinking of how to build wealth for yourself. If you must go to school as an immigrant, be strategic about it. Use grants. Choose degrees that are high in demand. Use employer tuition discounts. And make sure you avoid debt-heavy degrees that do not move your life forward. You are not a billionaire's child. You don't have to go to college to study why Atarodo is red. Don't go to college to go and study Labalaba. I mean, it's okay to be passionate about art and crafts, but you can learn stuff like that on YouTube. Don't go to college to go and learn dance. And this is for Africans. Most of us think, oh, you have to be a nurse to make it in America. Please, there are other jobs that pay you so well. In fact, you can go to college and study how to become a stockbroker. That's going to make you so much money. Software developers, digital marketing, those are also high in demand. Another grievous mistake that immigrants make is not tracking our reality. I mean, not tracking your finances. People think they are broke, but they don't track anything. You're not broke, you're just unorganized. You see, the moment you track your income and expenses, your money multiplies because you stop leaking. I'll make myself as an example. I can give account of every dollar that comes into my account and goes out. I can emphatically say that when it comes to my finances, I am in charge. So I had an experience recently that I would love to share with you. Somebody was getting married and this person asked me for financial support, which I agreed to give. I asked for this person's account details and I did not send the money immediately. I sent the money I wanted to give this person about 2 or 3 days later, and believe me, it's about 2 or 3 months now. No thank you, no acknowledgements. I didn't even think much of it until this person posted on their WhatsApp status that if anybody sends them money, that the sender should send screenshots so that he will know that the money has come in. And I'm like, how would I send you my hard-earned money and still carry myself to send you screenshot as proof of payment? What did I buy? And then I'm like, this person is actually not serious, because if you are actually tracking your account balance, even if you are not getting credit alerts from your bank, you would see that there's an excess in your account balance. And if you're a financially responsible adult, that should prompt you to want to know where the excess money comes from. Like I said earlier, I don't really care about thank you. Just acknowledge. So that tells me that this person is actually not tracking his finances, or he just decided to be ungrateful. Money that you are not tracking, how do you want to multiply it? Explain, take mic. How do you want it to grow? Another mistake that immigrants make. You want to know? No strategy for extra income. Most immigrants rely on only their main job as a source of income. No growth plan, no side skill, no backup plan if the job ends. My life changed when I accepted this truth. One income is a liability. Even if it is small, build a second stream of income. Another mistake we make as immigrants is excessively sending money back home. I swear, you are not Jesus Christ. You cannot cater to every touching story. You cannot keep changing dollar or pounds to naira every week. When it's not as if you are building house or a factory back in your home country, you are just one person. You cannot pay this one's school fees, pay this one's house rent, pay this one's hospital bill. Ọ̀rọ̀ á wọ kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ o. Me like this, kéèyàn tó gbẹ́jọ́ wá, ẹjọ́ ti wà lọ́wọ́ èmi gan. It's not as if I'm saying you should not help. Oh. By all means, be helpful. Give people that deserve your money. Give people you owe, give them. Some people we owe them. Give them. Be nice. Be helpful. But use your brain. Calculate. Means do zakat. Pay your tithes. But be conscious of how you spend your money. I'm not saying you should be stingy. No, you have to help people if it's within your capacity. But remember that people back home, they pay their house rents yearly. Your house rent in America, UK, or Canada is monthly. You don't want to sleep on the streets. You don't want to end up in shelters. Last one before I go, learn how to fix your wigs by yourself, your makeup, things that you can do by yourself. Don't pay nobody to do them. Of course, by all means, if you have to outsource things for comfort, do that. Don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you to live like a pauper. No, don't show up like your life problem. Look good, eat well, exercise, go to the gym. Yeah. Another moment for my hair, please. I look so beautiful. Call me African Queen. Before I go, I have a question for you. What is one money habit you would love to fix before the year runs out? Drop it in the comment section. You know that we're on a journey to financial freedom. It's in your best interest to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Kindly like and share with your loved ones. Till I come your way next time. Cheers.